Hello YouTube, this is Kaz Bingo, and following the success of my first how to tie a tie video, I decided to make a second how to tie a tie video for beginners, this time focusing on the full Windsor knot. I'll get straight down to it. I have the fat end on my right hand side and I have the narrow end on my left hand side. You want the narrow end about 2/3 of the way down your stomach. However, this is slightly different from tie to tie and person to person. Start by taking the two ends and crossing them in front of your neck and have the fat end in front of the narrow end. So the pinch point is slightly below my neck, and I will now refer to the pinch point as the knot. Fat end is slightly towards my left. Take the fat end and pull it up from behind the knot. So now the fat end is again slightly towards my left. Take the fat end and loop it back around the knot towards your right shoulder. Loop it back around the knot towards your right shoulder. The back face of the fat end is now pointing towards the camera. Take the fat end, push it down from behind the knot. Fat end, push it down from behind the knot. It should end up slightly towards your right, and the back face is pointed towards the camera. At this point, stop for a minute and take a look at the two loops near the knot. For best results, you want these as symmetrical as possible. However, I can't see that well because my mirror is quite far away, so I'm just going to continue assuming they're symmetrical. But you should be doing this closer to the mirror and checking that they're symmetrical. So, pinch the knot with your index finger, fat end slightly towards my right shoulder. Loop the fat end in front of your index finger and the knot towards your left shoulder. Fat end is now near my left shoulder. Loop it or pull it up from behind the knot. Now, remember how I told you to pinch the knot with your index finger? Take the fat end and push it through the hole where my index finger is. See that? Push the fat end through. Adjust this a little bit so it's more symmetrical. So now hopefully that's the hard part done. So now you want to adjust the length of the tie and the width of this knot. So hold the knot and pull down on the narrow end. So now the knot's at the right place, but still a little bit fat. So hold the knot, pull down on the fat end and squeeze a little bit. Now move the knot back up a little bit by pulling down on the narrow end. Hopefully that looks good. I can't see that well because my mirror is far, but hopefully that looks good to you. Take the narrow end and push it through the holes at the back of the fat end. Now just adjust your collar. And hopefully you've got a great looking Windsor knot. I'll move closer to the camera so you can see mine better. Alright, so this is what my full Windsor knot looks like. As I said, I couldn't be that close to the mirror, so I couldn't see as well as you can. I encourage you to do this in front of a mirror, and hopefully you'll get better results than I do. I hope this video was helpful to you, and Kaz Bingo out.